Good morning, everyone. This is Teresa Marsh. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Eastern North Carolina, and I'm here to share with you some card making skills this morning. Um, this particular this particular broadcast is pre-recorded because, as some of you know already, there's lots of things going on in my family right now, and so this particular week, I can't be on live at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning, but I didn't want to miss out on getting to see you and getting to share some card making with you. It's possible that I'll be in the comments when this airs. This will air, excuse me, at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning, the 24th. Right now, it's Wednesday afternoon, the 23rd. And I am so glad that we had some rain this morning. I have been fighting allergies for a month now. I mean, a month. And I am just, I am just so done with allergies. I am so ready to be done. And so hopefully the rain this morning will have settled down all the most of the allergens floating around out there. I don't know though. Every time I think I'm about done with this, something else pollinates. Anybody else having a challenge with the allergies of late? I tell you, it's just not something I wanted to try to handle. But anyway, we're going to play with flowers on paper today, so that no pollen, okay? No pollen. All right. Today we're going to look at lovely garden the lovely garden paper. And the two particular pieces I'm going to be using, I'll give you samples here. Let me put this here. Okay, let me let them loose, let everything settle. Okay. It's this nice floral, relatively small print, Daffodil Delight with a smidgen of crushed curry in the flowers, and then garden green on the greenery. And this sheet, which is kind of, it's garden green, but it reminds me almost of a brocade. If it was material instead of paper, it would be a brocade with a floral background. We're also going to use some Daffodil Delight cardstock, and we're going to put it together to make a card like this. I do not know why this particular camera seems to be, one camera seems to be working quite well, the other camera not so well. Let me look here. Connection is unstable. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me look and see. No, everything looks to be okay. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me take that one off. Oops, wrong direction. Let me take that one off. And then let me see if I, excuse my tummy. You're going to see my shirt. See, normal isn't coming back. Jesus is. You're going to see my tummy as I Here we are at 18 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm going to have to go back in and do some editing of this if I can figure out how and cut that out. My computer just shut off. Don't you love it when Windows decides when it's going to update in the middle of what you're doing? But anyway, here's where we were. Okay. Come on, behave. And I was just saying, I like to use these paper pumpkin leftover little dots things on here. When I'm going, yeah, I think I got that glued. All of this is glued. All of this is attached. Okay. All of this is glued. All of this is attached. Just making sure I knew where I was. My goodness gracious. These are the tiny bee trinkets, and I absolutely adore them. Of course, those of you who know me know that we have bees. We enjoy sharing honey with all sorts of our friends and whatnot. So anytime I can add a bee to the cards, I think that's just cool. It's just part of us. It's just part of what helps you know it's Teresa that did the card. So I'm gonna put those little glue dots where I'm gonna put my bees. I'm gonna come in here and take the paper off the glue dot. Then I'm gonna take my pick tool, and I'm gonna pick up a bee and just tap him on. You saw how well that stuff lift up with that. See if this one will lift up. Yep. That's a good sticking. And there's my third. Okay. There you go. Quick, simple, but there's some elegance there when you've got those tiny bee trinkets. And that little bit of gold there. So what do you think? Not bad, huh? You know, I was looking at some of the other papers that one could use for this. Now, this was, like I said, from the Lovely Garden Suite. But we also have... Okay, I thought it was right under my hand, but it's not. Here we go. Floral Delight paper, which is, of course, where the bees came from. And there's several of the pages in here that would work for this too. That this same approach would work on. Let's take a look at those. I probably wouldn't want anything that big. But then again, maybe so. Now I need a different green. This is Granny Apple Green. This is Old Olive. So Old Olive would work better. But another thing that might substitute for that particular space, I'm looking for the larger piece of that because I'm seeing a bit of it. But, well, here we go. This could be a substitute for that. But you see, there's a lot more yellow in this background. And I kind of like that white background. So, I suppose we could use this in the center. I'm looking at different options here in this particular set of papers. We could use these two together and put the big flowers in the wider section and then these little stripes up here. There's all kinds of ways to combine papers. I love the fact that I can take the same design and add different papers and come up with a very different look. I would love, if you want to do this in a masculine, you could use the country woods for the background and burlap here. It would be really cool. Burlap print. All right. So today, again, we've got the lovely garden paper. We've got, look at this. I did not share any of my banners with you. We had the lovely garden designer series paper. All right. We used the Adventurous Sky stamp set to get our happy birthday. We used Daffodil Delight cardstock. Of course, our basic white cardstock for our card base. And I didn't get a chance to create it, but we also used the Tiny Bee trinkets that originally came out in the Spring Mini. And I think because they're not available right now, but they're saying they will be available May the 12th, I'm pretty sure you're going to find these still in the online exclusives. I'll tell you one thing. I will get myself another supply. I had so many of these that you could barely close this. I put all the different containers together, and you could barely close this. I've used that many already, So I really love the Tiny Bee trinkets. They're so delicate. They're so pretty. They're just as precious as they can be. All right, so here's your springtime happy birthday card. I hope I will see you online when this airs. If not, I will see you next Thursday at 10 o'clock. No, next Thursday. I think I'm going to have to pre-record as well. I've got all kinds of things that I am filling in for family needs. So that's fun. I love to have a job. I love having a job where I can be available to help family do what family needs to do, especially when there's a challenge on the health front for one of them. I like being able to be there for them. If you're looking for something that would offer you an opportunity to have a stamping business or a stamping hobby even, that will work around the needs of your family and whatnot. This is a good time to check that out. If you'd like to ask some questions about joining my stamping team, you can certainly drop me a line at Teresa, SassyStamping@teresa.com. Our new catalog is due to go live on May the 6th. So if you've got a demonstrator, you should have your catalog by now. If not, if you don't have a demonstrator, or if you need to get a catalog and are not working with someone, go ahead and drop me a note at Teresa@SassyStamping@teresa.com. And I will do what I can to get you a catalog before it goes live. So you'll have a chance to go through it and to take a look at what's available and what's coming up and all that good stuff. Having an opportunity to look online is really good. But some folks are like me. They want something that they can hold in their hand. That they can put little tick marks on the pages so that you can track what it is you want, or what you already have, or whatever. So again, if I can be of any assistance, drop me a note at Teresa@SassyStamping@teresa.com. If by any chance you want to ask me more about my life center, the centeredness of my life around Christ, then feel free to drop me a line. I'll be glad to share a story with you. This is Teresa coming up on her 70th year. not in Stampin' Up here on this earth. But coming up on
coming
my
up on my
70th
70th
year, and I'd love to have you join me next week. So click if you like what you saw. Please click like, share with a friend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.